Hey guys, Cam for 15 back at it with another video for you guys, and I'm back with another Oshinoko episode review for you guys. I know I've missed the last, I think, two episodes reviews. The last two episode reviews. It was the last episode review I did was the episode when Akane almost jumped off the railing to obviously, take her life, but then Aqua showed up. That whole arc right then and there, it was really good. I like the following episode where, in that whole situation, they made it to where the Aqua did a good job of making it to where they showed like the good side of the behind the scenes thing, and then we later find out, I think in the previous episode after the show concluded, that he went by those means without actually breaking the contract guidelines, which was pretty good and everything. And again, like, just going through that whole Akane arc, it really goes to show you how pretty much what these people do, these very famous people do. It just takes one wrong comment they see on social media and then boom, boom, boom. And that also, honestly, is just how depression and things like that go in terms of bullying. And it's something where you just can't stop looking at it. So I really did like how they cleaned that whole situation up. I thought it was very funny, I thought it was very interesting. It was a little bit funny too, but interesting that Akane pretty much mastered Ai's like whole thing, and she knows oh, she had to have gotten a kid or gotten pregnant like early on, which shocked Aqua. And then you do kind of see how Aqua, I would say, kind of falls for Akane, but then he realizes like he's not really in love, and that's when he kind of has a question within himself of like, do I really truly like, is this like thing with I like a love for her, or is this like just a motherly thing, like, or is it something that I look up to? And you just had it in last week's episode. Pretty much he had a talk with Akane like, hey, I don't like you like that, but we can continue to keep this fake relationship going on. Now again, I don't know if they're gonna like dive more into this relationship between Akane and Aqua. It seems like it's just gonna probably strictly be platonic, even though it looks like Akane probably does deep down maybe have feelings for Aqua. I wouldn't blame her. Like, the guy literally saved your life and did pretty much everything to make people look at you in a positive mindset. At the same time too, he did kiss you, so I guess that's another reason. Which that when I saw the kiss, I was happy, but at the same time I was sad, because obviously the episode that I'm going to be talking about, the main character of this episode was which was Kana. She obviously was down in the dumps, and I'll get into that in a few minutes. But it was very interesting to say the least, how we're closing on this whole storyline and everything. But I don't know if Akane is gonna be seen going forward in the story, because obviously Aqua wants to use her to get any more information or tidbits about Ai that she potentially could know just by putting on this acting persona of Ai, which it's very much interesting. And we even have it to where in this week's episode the director does talk with Aqua and says like, yeah, I didn't really put too much into the business, when she first came, but then all of a sudden she saw the stage and the lights and everything, and then something inside her clicked, and the next thing you know, she changed. And she became the Ai Hoshino that, well, everybody knows. So it's very interesting the fact that this, I guess, company or the studio that she used to work with, it then continues along this path that Aqua's treading to try to find, obviously, the father, and see, did the father play a role in this killing, which, so that's kind of the thing. It's funny, if you know my co-host on the channel, The Red Wolf, he does watch Oshinoko as well. It's funny because he told me like he did not like the fact that Aqua is in a way kind of using Kana. And I did say, I'm like, yeah, it's kind of effed up that he's doing that, but hey, he's got a goal, and this is his plan for revenge. As much as he probably wouldn't want to take advantage of a girl, well, guess what? That's what he's going to do. Which it's kind of the thing right then and there of just the business. Sometimes people do take advantage of others, and as bad as it is, people do it for their own ulterior motives. So, you know, that's kind of the thing there. But this week, which was episode 9, focused on Kana and kind of her dilemma in this whole situation. We're getting the fact of B Komachi, I guess, group number 2 getting rebuilt and everything. So and then I've also forgot to mention, even in last week's episode, Aqua then lets Mem know the fact that, hey, you know, there's gonna be a new idol group called B Komachi, pretty much coming back. Did you want to be in the idol group? And we find out that, like, oh, she was like a famous idol and she loved doing that stuff. And we actually get the start of the episode, we actually get our confirmed age, which was 25, which, you know, it's like out of the range of typical idols, because I guess typical idols are like teenage girls. Bless me, and things like that. So we find out, like, oh, she's like 25 years old, which is actually kind of shocking. And we kind of just find out, like, with Mem, she was entranced with being an idol, and she was on her path to doing that, but then her mom got shockingly ill, and obviously she needed to have those hospital bills paid, and obviously Mem couldn't do that. And at the same time, she was doing like these classes on top of the fact that her brother, her siblings were also going to college, I believe. So she ended up getting like these jobs to pay off everything pretty much. And by the time that was all taken care of, she was already like way older than what typically people would let someone like her in the group. But I love the fact that it was Kana and Ruby that were like, oh, we don't care if you're 25, if you want to be an idol, you're gonna be an idol. But it was mostly Ruby that was saying that. Kana was just saying that she should be in the group because she knows what it's like to be kind of kicked out of the typical norm of things, because we know the child actress and storyline with her. And so they start the group B Komachi, and that whole thing. And I do love the dynamic between the three. I did love the school scene where the one green-eyed girl we saw a few weeks ago, she pretty much talks about the Love Now show, and then she just goes on and say like, oh, I would have did this if I was on the show, or I would have did this. You know, apparently Aqua's like, I guess, the eye of every girl in the school now. So man's getting women all over the place. It isn't the fact that he's got Akane and then obviously Kana, who has a crush on him. All these other girls have a crush on him too. So that's absolutely funny. And like I said, this main episode was focused strictly on Kana, really, truly. And it was kind of the whole thing of like, oh, you know, what is she going to do in this whole idol group? Because the whole question gets presented later on in the episode, like, okay, who's going to be the leader? You know, now at first, I thought it was going to more than likely be Ruby, but then I'm like, okay, there's actually, I'm like, they're setting it up like, not Akane, Kana is going to be the leader, and that's where they go pretty much, and it really goes to show you. And the thing is, you know, Kana doesn't want nothing to do with what Ruby and Mem want to do, and she kind of says like, yeah, I'm not a good singer, I'm a failed singer pretty much, so listen, you guys divide amongst yourself. And it kind of goes to this whole confidence thing she's going through. Like, she doesn't feel confident, like she continues to ask herself like, why did I even decide to become an idol and do all these things? At the same time too, she's kind of treating Aqua a little bit like harshly, like she wants nothing to do with the guy, like she's giving him dirty, mean looks, being kind of rude. And there was this one conversation in the episode where Aqua pretty much tells her like, hey, you know, I don't know why you're mad or something like that, or why you're treating me like this, but you know, it's not a real good look, you know. I don't think you want to push somebody who does seemingly care about you away. But you keep being you and everything, because obviously she's very much upset about the whole thing of Aqua kissing Akane. Because remember, in the previous episode, she was going through these feelings and things like that, and they had that moment where Aqua and Kana played catch, which I thought was a cute moment between the two. And when she saw that live on TV when Aqua kissed Kane, you know, she felt like obviously like, okay, so he chose this girl over me. And we know that Kana has a crush on Aqua. Like it's been like that since, you know, she first met Aqua in the first episode when they were kids. So that's kind of thing. Now again, she doesn't know the details of the fact that, I think it just so speaks up to the fact that I think Aqua just needs to say like, oh, we're not in a relationship. But then again, she has to initiate and say like, are you and Akane like dating? And Aqua could say like, no, we're just fake dating, but we're not a couple. But obviously with her, you know, being brokenhearted in a way that she thinks her crush is dating somebody else, and then on top of the fact that she doesn't have really any confidence in her maybe doing a good job as an idol, probably thinking like maybe with what happened with me as a child actress, I might, if I failed at that, then I'm probably gonna fail at being an idol. And then you just have it to where she does have no confidence to like sing, but when you have it to where Ruby and Mem, they just look up one of her singles, one of her songs, and she sings pretty damn good. And then you know the camera focuses from them, and they equally got like I think 47 points when they went to karaoke. But then they focused the last bit of Kana. She had 97 as her total score, so that's kind of the thing right then and there. But I feel like this is going to be in a nice little setup mini arc to Kana pretty much being the main, you know, focal point of this revival of B Komachi, which it's actually pretty shocking. I actually thought it would be Ruby that would be the main leader, but it seems like more than likely it's going to be Kana, and obviously it kind of makes the most sense because Kana does have, you know, people do recognize Kana. And Ruby wouldn't be as recognizable because there's nothing to her. So honestly, I like it that Ruby, and to be honest, Ruby wanted to just be a part of an idol group. She never wanted to be her character, even in the past, never was like, oh, I want to be a freaking leader of an idol group. It was kind of the whole thing right then and there. But it seems like Kana's going to be set up to be the leader of B Komachi. And yeah, but another solid episode of Oshi no Ko. I continue to really enjoy the show, where the show's going. Again, I apologize for missing the last few weeks of episode reviews for this show, but I've been busy with work and with what pretty much work is throwing, which is a big event. I haven't had real much time to be able to review these episodes, get them out, and then talk about them. So little by little, day by day, that's all I gotta do. But if you guys like the video, leave a like, put in the comment section your thoughts on this week's episode of this week's episode of Oshi no Ko, and things like that. Again, quick update, I will also be doing a Black Clover review of my co-host, The Red Wolf. It more than likely is coming out tomorrow. If he didn't have work tomorrow morning, then we could stay up to watch the movie. I think if it drops on Netflix at 12, then we might have done a late episode or movie review, but who knows. But anyways, I'm MiniGuyver. If you guys like the video, leave a like, put in the comment section your thoughts, as well as hit the subscribe button if you want to get more Oshi no content or any of the more anime content I talk about for this rest of spring of anime 2022, or 2023, or any other upcoming animes for the summer of anime 2023. Till then, guys, stay safe out there. Have a good rest of your day.